See how about Shemel Shah, Bashugak Dash, get the one say others pass on teacher, great meal, so learning the truth. I'll say Shalom to the whole leg of Israel. And I'll apologize for the nigger music in the background, some assholes sitting right next to me. But this is gonna be a short video on this article here. Going into tainted fertilizer spread across 10,000 acres may trigger first Superfund designation for farmland. When it comes to things like these, just understand that they minimize this type of shit. You know, all of the food is contaminated, whether it be through tainted fertilizer, whether it be through the pesticides, which is fucking poison that they spray on your food in order to keep insects away. Which there are ways to do that. It's just more expensive, and pesticide is the least expensive. And farming is, agriculture, it's a very taxing financial and physical thing. But that just goes to show you how your leaders, how much your leaders care about you. All you people. Because this, like what? Your food, like you got these different types of studies going into how what you eat greatly affects your body, your stress levels. Because food is supposed to be for nourishment. To keep your body going, to make, keep you healthy, make you stronger. But when you go into this shit, everything has been turned to death. Let me get this real quick. Since I went to the scripture, if I'm remembering it correctly, that's Genesis 1:29. And Yahweh said, "Behold, I have given you every herb, which, going into plants, bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, all the earth, and every tree, and the which is the fruit, in the which is the fruit of a yielding tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat." And in the beginning, let's see if I can keep reading. We were only eating, plants, herbs, and stuff like that. Now we started eating meat later, but it was originally just plants. When you go into, different herbs and plants, well, they had their strength back then. But there, herbs and, different, plants, cause like what, I was looking it up. What's that? The pines from, there's a specific pine tree that you can, use its, like those pines and its branches to purify water. Like all these herbs, they're like, originally we could sustain our body off of herbs alone. But now that, you can't do that because all the nutrients is out of the food from shit like this. But just go to show you, like, plants, these different plants and vegetables and fruits, they heal you. There's actually, like a brother sent me a video, or directed me to a video a couple months ago going into these different, functions that fruits have, different vitamins that fruits have. And, you put, if you mix like different spices and herbs, correctly, you get certain results when you mix them when you mix the proper herbs and spices together. But the point I'm getting is that this is supposed to be for healing. you know, your plants and your fruits and whatnot. But these niggas, your government, your leaders are poisoning your methods of healing because what? Back in the day, our people didn't have fucking inoculations and these different fucking gain of function chemicals designed to fucking fuck with your DNA. So what did we use instead? Like what do you have a saying? Let medicine be thy food, or let food be thy medicine. You know, there's actually this chick who had HIV. Who there's two women who had HIV. I think it was HIV. It wasn't full blown AIDS, but she reversed it by eating, you know, a healthy diet, and that's the power of herbs. Once again, now it's like that shit's not likely not gonna work because all the food is fucking is because of shit like this. And the reason why you need inoculations, why you need additional vitamins, is because the power of the food has been fucking demolished and destroyed. Now I have this pulled up, going to land Sabbath, because the earth is a self-sustaining, self-replicating. It's a living entity, a living resource. And another reason why food doesn't have all those nutrients, not only because the poison that they put in you niggas' food. You know, who was they? The niggas who own these fucking farming companies, the niggas the niggas who own your world are in charge of all this shit. None of this shit is by accident. Oh, the food just happened to be fucking it's been like this for a very, very, very long. I don't even want to say years or decades. For hundreds of years since, you know, Esau came into in innovation with technology, when he started blowing the caps off of fucking mountains to get the resources inside, draining the land completely dry of its resources, leaving nothing left for it. Leviticus 25:1. Lord Yahweh Shema Shah spake unto Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, speaking to the children of Israel, saying unto them, when ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Lord. And like what? The Sabbath day we rest. The land is supposed to have a year of rest. Why? Because once again, it's just like how the human body needs rest. It's alive. Like what they say, that blood is the oil is the blood of the earth. It's a living organ. It's flowing through the earth. It's a living organism, and living organisms need rest to replenish. Just like how you working all fucking day, you fall asleep. You know, if you work, cause like you got people that work. There's this old black bitch that ended up dying on the job because how stressed she was, and I'm sure a big part of the reason why is because she was overworked. And you die when your body gets pushed too far past its fucking limits. Similar thing with the earth. When the earth gets pushed too far past the limits, in the case of land, it's not gonna be yielding you its strength as it once may have. Poison in the air, and when you go into like cows farting, I find it interesting how what's that bitch Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I think that's a hoe's name. I think she was a dumbass that said how the reason why there's so much greenhouse gas is because of cows farting. But you know what? These niggas believe that the earth has been here for millions of years, which it hasn't. But the people believe that the earth has been here for millions of years. And for millions of years, you've had animals bigger than cows farting and shitting all over the damn place. Yet just now, in these few hundred years, I have greenhouse gases. Fuck this whole bullshit with greenhouse gases. That doesn't make much sense. Here it is, animals bigger than them has been farting and emitting all these fucking CO2 gases for millions of years, according to them. But you have the advent of technology, And that plays absolutely no part in it, because she was a part of that whole little posse trying to get people to fucking stop killing cows and shit. And when you go back to Genesis, it talks about how like what, we can eat meat, we can eat animals, certain animals, you know. And even when you go into that, that's fucked because they're feeding these niggas Skittles and shit. I know the elder apostle recall had mentioned how it would be better to eat bison than to eat cows because you see look at the living condition of cattle, of cows. I remember this one video where this fucking truck had spilled a shit ton of Skittles, and guess what? This nigga literally said they showed a video of cows being fed those spilled fucking Skittles, fucking hormones, all types of shit, which gets put into you people's food because y'all eat all that bullshit. And you wonder why all these niggas are absolutely out of their fucking mind. Your food, like what? You're not yourself when you're hungry. Your food greatly affects your mental state, your physical state, and your spiritual state. It fucks with all of that. I was about to say mental state twice. But verse 3, 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest to the land, the Sabbath of the Lord, for thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard. And like what? That will be that particular area. It's not like that would be, you would give that particular area that you're you're sowing and you're gathering fruit from a rest, and you go to another one. But once again, the so-called white man, what does this nigga do? He completely, not only does he drain the area, but he completely fucking demolishes it and poisons it. What? Having lead pipes, which they have the technology and the money to get rid of all that shit. And I know this when it comes to construction with like roads and shit, because a couple years ago, I was on the freeway and I ran over a big ass fucking chunk of concrete. Cause like there was a pothole, a big ass fucking pothole that will fuck your whole suspension, your frame up if you hit it. I moved out the way and I ended up hitting the fucking chunk of concrete that was there, that was removed from that pothole, if that makes sense, and it fucked my damn car up. But I notice when it comes to construction, especially on roads, they do it when they absolutely have to instead of maintaining it. But I just bring it up why? Because brother mentioned how you have China invest, it actually invests in its cities. It actually puts money into its cities. But America doesn't do that. They do that only when it's beneficial to them. Your leaders only do it when it's beneficial to them. When they see it's a money-making opportunity, or if they absolutely have to, instead of maintaining their people and their nation, which is a part of the reason why the shit is falling fucking apart. But that's just once again, that's just the niggas that you people vote for. And it's clear to see all of these fuckers hate you. But going back to this, he'll completely destroy and poison what brought that on was the thought of how he'll destroy, completely poison the land, and dumping oil in the water. During the pandemic, you had these different types of gases and emissions, because they had some type of they measure all of the pollution throughout cities, and during the pandemic, everything was shut down. Pollution levels dropped. When everything went back up, pollution levels rose. The way in which technology is used is what's fucking up the earth, and that's clear to see. Dropping fucking bombs on entire cities, and you still got them niggas over there that have residual effects from the radiation that was dropped on their predecessors. Who is doing all of this? And as you see in this article, these niggas are saying that there's There's tainted fertilizer. Y'all got a lot more to worry about in your food than tainted fertilizer. But it's past, like, nobody really gives a fuck, because, like, it's way past the fucking point where something should have been done. But once again, this is the nigga that y'all have ruling over you. A nigga who will poison you and then make a fucking article about it, talking about how they need to make some type of fund to fix it. No, damn well they're not going to fix it. 6 years I shall sow that field, and 6 years I shall prune the vineyard and gather the fruit thereof. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, Sabbath for the Lord. Thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard. But yeah, that's how you're supposed to conduct, and like what that's a healthy relationship with the earth and with the land. That's how things are supposed to be. But you niggas wonder why all of you are dying, even though you're so-called man. Don't let me get started on you niggas who like fast food, man. I'm talking about shit like, I ain't even talking about a restaurant where they go in and they cook a fucking meal. I'm talking about shit where fucking, you got high-level TV dinners, shit like McDonald's. South Carolina officials are urging the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency to extend Superfund status to farmland around the Shuttering Galley and Lower textile mills, citing widespread contamination from industrial sludge once promoted as fertilizer. This is once promoted as fertilizer, meaning these aren't the only people that's been using this shit. And this isn't the only time that this shit has been used. The sludge spread between 1993 and 2013. More than 300 fields contains PFAS, which are linked to cancer and other health problems. There you go. This is why all you niggas are dying. Why you niggas got fucking heart disease and cancer and shit. Not only is it because of the phones that you niggas are using all the damn time, but really mainly because of your food. Because of your fucked up genetics. Because a lot of you niggas' parents smoked, they ate this same bullshit too. And what was spread on fertilizer before 1993? Something a lot worse. And y'all will look at us like we're weird. And but then again, that's why the Heavenly Father has to kill all you niggas. Because if it was left up to y'all, y'all would have no problem. Y'all don't really see, the vast majority of Americans don't really care about nothing like this. Well, until they show up on that damn radar with cancer, then they're wondering what the fuck going on. But the vast majority of y'all niggas have no problem with this. Y'all niggas get served human and horse meat. And they put a damn beef sticker on it, and y'all don't see anything wrong with that. You see, man, you niggas will go to these damn hole in the wall fucking Chinese restaurants and get served fucking rats, and you'll see nothing wrong with it. Fucking rats with just getting rid of the bubonic plague and shit. Although the mill site itself was designated a Superfund site in 2022. This will mark the first time farmland is included due to contamination from sewage sludge fertilizer. And like what? They coined it sewage sludge fertilizer because they literally use sewage sludge as fertilizer. It's not like they had like a sewage leak. No, they got this shit and put it in the fertilizer. Raising serious concerns about food safety and long-term health. And once again, it's way past that point. You niggas have already been eating this shit. And somebody probably mentioned this, which is why they talked about it. They're bringing out an article on it. Because, like, it's not some shit that they can ignore like that if it's brought up in some type of, congressional type of or formal setting. But this is like what? I'm going to get this, and this is going to be it. And this is Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and first earth are passed away, and there is no more sea. And what? The earth is going to be refreshed. That's what water and fire does. They're both purifying. They're cleaning agents. What do you do with the wound? You cauterize it. You know, like back in the old day, you had niggas who that have like an open wound, they get hit with an arrow or some shit. What happened? You know, push your arrow all the way through, or they got some type of wound. They would they would heat up some type of device. You know, some, I don't know, fucking sword or some metal shit. They would heat it up. They would put it on their fire, which would, you know, clean it, and then they would put it in the wound. Not only would that sear the wound closed, but that would kill bacterial infection and whatnot. Water, you know, everybody should be washing their ass. But you know, already that's self-explanatory. The Lord knocked everybody off through water. He cleaned the earth. Now he's going to do it with the missiles, which are going to what? Clean the earth, purify the earth. Fire is a cleansing agent. The earth is going to be renewed. Because when you get in the kingdom, the earth is gonna it's gonna have to heal from all of this shit. But all the nutrients have been fucking baked and sucked and blown out of the earth. And and you people have no problem with that, so you're catching the ass end of all of that. Because this is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted a world in which y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want, which y'all could be faggots and weirdos. And this is the price that you niggas have to pay. Now you're complaining. See, for everything, there's a price. Just like you go to the store, you want some possible Gabar brought out some dumbass that spent $1,000 on some fucking glasses to impress a woman, and it was on that Pop the Balloon show. There was some little punk bitch ass nigga that spent $1,000 on some Dolce and Gabbana glasses, and he tried to promote that to the woman. And if I'm not mistaken, it was mentioned that he's a guy that shows up on that thing often, and he always gets his fucking balloon popped because he tries to flaunt his money. But no, once again, the women always pop that nigga's balloon because he's trying to show off with his money, you know, with his little trinkets and whatnot. But you know, that's really going to be it. But once again, the earth is going to be. I was going somewhere with that point too, but you know, my fault for rambling. But you know, once again, that was pretty much it. But the earth is going to be renewed, and this is the reason why. Because you know, here's the thing: this type of shit is only going to get worse. If you pay attention to the World Health Organization, what's that German nigga, Klaus Schwab? That nigga literally push forth the notion of people eating fucking cockroaches for protein. These niggas want you people to eat fucking, well, there are lawful insect bugs to eat, you know? But these niggas want you to eat cockroaches. They want you to eat your own shit. You can look that up. You don't have to believe me. These niggas literally said feces could be a possible protein source in the future. They literally said that shit. These niggas are, and at that point, these niggas are just trolling. I think these niggas said, let's see if we can get these dumbasses to eat their own shit. And I'm sure you got niggas out there doing that too, but these are the leaders of y'all world. This is what y'all wanted. And going back into that little glasses thing, those fancy glasses, fancy car, expensive piece of equipment, there's a price for it. There's a price for you niggas living like this. And now niggas want to complain now that tariffs. Y'all wanted Trump in office. Y'all got him. What are you complaining about? There's a price for you niggas getting your boy in office. But you know, that's pretty much it. I hope it's fun. Say all praises going on. How watching my show, watching the boss, possible teacher, something like truth. Shalom to hope like Israel instruction bound on Great America.